Okay, one of the very last things that I want to talk about is Arena. Now, if you're in this location at spawn, there is a little tunnel that goes down here, and this will take you to the Arena. Now, this is a little bit of a challenging activity that can be a little bit difficult to learn, and you might want to invest in some of the higher tiers before you attempt this. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit soul-crushing. Essentially, what people don't normally realize about Arena is this is a little bit of a race, okay? You've got to stay ahead of the difficulty in order to survive, okay? Now, there are a couple tips I can give you, but you can even do this with a friend. You'll just need to invite them to a party, and or you can do it solo. I personally prefer solo. It's totally up to you. Most people use either a whip or a wand. It's up to you. I like using whip. Depends how you want to play, but make sure you set your boot mods, and you can, if you want, you can even super enhance your weapons and armor. Durability. Sorry, not durability. Quality does not get reduced in Arena. It sort of freezes, so it doesn't matter how long Arena goes for. This is not going to change, okay? So you can start a run by simply doing this, and you're going to be put into, you guessed it, an Arena. And with my shaders, I am very sorry, this looks disgusting. That is far too bright. But that's okay. I didn't realize how bad it was. What's going to happen is, you're going to be killing monsters, and they are going to just keep spawning endlessly. This is going to continue until you die, or until you get bored and you kill yourself, or you are happy with the amount of points that you have gotten. At the top, you're going to see a little percentage. At the moment, it is 34%. Once that bar reaches the end, a portal is going to be unlocked in one of the corners. Then you can go and you can pick an upgrade. So I don't know if you've ever played Call of Duty Zombies, but sort of a little bit similar. You can pick some upgrades, and it just goes endlessly, however long you happen to last. So you're going to get points, and the higher the difficulty, the faster you're going to start getting points. You're going to get points really slowly at the start. It's going to be mind-numbing, and it's going to be really easy. Eventually, it's going to pick up, and you're going to get some more interesting mob spawning. Some of those include ghasts will start to spawn. That's interesting. There's these brutal mobs called ninjas and cyborgs that spawn. Summoners are insane because they spawn other mobs, including shamans, which heal other mobs. Now, you'll be presented with a choice. The one that you usually want to go to first, if it's available, is Wisdom, because that is going to make you get progress faster. That bar is going to fill up faster. And you're also going to have more options when you come back here. Okay, I'm not going to do a full run. You can go to sort of whatever sort of score that you want to stop at. Loot is going to not really get that much better after about 100k or so. You can go to like 300k. I used to go to 300k every run. I've been to 1 million. You don't get all that much loot. Don't bother. It takes so long. It is not worth it. But like I said, this is a race. If you're ever struggling in it, it just means that you need to be killing things faster. So Lifesteal Power is arguably ideal for this. You can, if you're struggling to actually live, remember you have range abilities. You can use Fortify and toggle it where needed. You can use Dodge if you want to like avoid ghasts. But as you can see, my points are increasing and so is the difficulty. Now I've got a chance for Wisdom 2. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these perks that you can get, or upgrades, whatever they're called, but I will highlight some of the most useful ones. Also, if I'm up here, everything down there has actually paused. Well, in a sense. The difficulty has paused. The difficulty is not going to rise anymore. I'm not going to get any points because I'm not killing anything. The teleporter time will run out, and it's going to kick me out of here. So you've got a certain amount of time that you can be in here to choose. So make sure you're being quickly decisive. And also, if you've left a summoner down here... Why does it keep going up with my abilities? If you've left a summoner down here, he's going to still continue to create more mobs, and then when you come down, it's going to be worse for you. So there are a couple reasons to be quick when you're up there, but your difficulty isn't going to increase by being up there. Another cheeky tip, and I probably shouldn't share this, but I'm going to anyway. If you are close to dying, and this also goes for Pit of Trials, you can simply log out, and if you do it fast enough, you will not die. You'll be able to re-enter the run with full health. That being said, if you're at a point that you need to do such a thing, your run is probably coming to an end anyway, and there's not much point. You're going to die very soon if you have to do that. That's just my personal experience. Some of the other upgrades that you probably want to get, though, any kind of experts that are applicable to you. So if I find a power expert, so at the moment there's Scythe expert, I'm using Whip, I'm not going to pick that, it's useless to me. Axe expert, like power expert because I'm using power, or a whip expert, 100% choose that over other things. There's also some other good ones. Brutality increases your damage. I would suggest, this is the way I play, I like to work on damage first and not really worry about your armor, and because you've got lifesteal on your power. Well, if you're not using power, that's fine, but just make sure you're using your rage abilities to keep you alive, and that way you can focus on the damage and you'll be able to kill a lot faster. I think that's all I really need to say about Arena. Just have a go. If you're struggling, you can always invite another player who's experienced at Arena, and they can kind of, if they're kind enough, show you the ropes. Yeah, if you want a couple more tips in terms of upgrades, I'll quickly name a few of my favorites now. Bloodlust is amazing because every time you get a kill, it's going to give you a massive damage boost. That works really well with Smite, which will, every now and then you'll do a super big hit and it'll strike with lightning. Electric is amazing because, here we go. Or actually, there's Power Expert. I'll pick that. Electric is amazing because when you're hitting one mob, you're hitting a bunch of mobs. It's sort of will like zap the other ones nearby. All your experts don't just increase your your stats. It also makes you get points faster. And lastly, I will mention toughness, which is it's huge. It will give you a bunch more hearts, which means you have a lot more leeway in case you mess up. I did actually forget to mention that once you've completed your run, you will have some options to loot. There is a 4 times loot that you can do once a day. Okay, don't waste that. Use that for a good run. And then there is a 1 times loot. You can do that however many times you want. When you complete a run, you're also going to get some points. If you want to spend your points at the shop, you can do that here. Like I said, this is the only place to get advanced power and tank designs. Also, it is the only place to get kit switches. So kit switches are great. You can set them up. And you will be able to simply click them wherever they are, whether that be in your inventory, and bam, it has changed my entire setup, including boot mods. This, however, I haven't set up any boot mods. If you want to configure it, shift right click, and then you can change things around by simply, I could put it in there, and then click done. I could give it a name. I could change the color of this banner. There's a lot of things you can do. I'm sure you'll figure it out. One of the good ones to have starting off is this loot kit switcher. So it's just, oh, hang on. I actually did change it. Just because if you're in the middle of a fight, right at the end, you might want to have, get a better loot increase. So you can quickly switch to your captain's gear and you'll be able to have that extra loot bonus. Also remember, if you're ever claiming like Arena or something like that, you probably want to get the most out of the effort that you've put in. So when you claim it, make sure you've equipped captain's gear, or if you're you want gold primarily, you might want to get some goblin gear. Totally up to you. But yeah, you can also, for anything that's stacked like this, you'll have time to just go and equip your captain's gear. So for Cosmic Gatekeeper, same thing goes. For Crystal Avatar, same thing goes. There's a bunch of different activities that you'll have plenty of time to just, before you loot, put on your cap gear and you'll get more out of it.